So your smartphone, your Wi-Fi router, your car, your TV, and the plane that you perhaps took to come to CopyCamp, they all contain free and open source software. And this reuse is possible because free software allows to be shared, used, studied, and modified according to one's needs. And the current EU copyright reform might significantly hamper this ability of developers to build upon the work of each other. And this can have very serious implications for our society in general. So, yeah, so we can skip this slide. So the Article 13 specifically is targeted at reviewing the online intermediary liability framework on the EU level. And the problem with this is that it is targeted at all online service providers that store and provide public access to large amounts of works uploaded by the users. And the problem with this article is that it really targets all online intermediaries without any exceptions or clarifications in terms of the stored media or the subject matter. So that also automatically concerns software and code hosting platforms. So eventually the Article 13 and the recitals impose costly and fundamentally flawed filters to prevent copyright infringement in software. And they also impose illegal monitoring obligation. And the problem with that paradigm in FOSS is that there are no automated technologies to identify the infringing code as they exist for audiovisual content, for example, that the Commission probably had in mind, or they for sure had in mind when they were revising the copyright directive. So as a result of this, every user of the code sharing platform, be it an individual, a business, or a public administration, is treated like a potential copyright infringer whose content, including entire code repositories, can be taken down or disabled at any time. And the problem for FOSS is that due to nearly universal software development practices, hardly any new product on the software market is built without incorporating easily accessible FOSS code. And if code is being preemptively taken down without a proper compliance assessment, it would mean that all the other software built on top of that will also not work. And yeah, so the implications of that would be that the more code is being taken down as a result of a preemptive selective procedure decided by the platform, and that can have severe consequences for everybody. So we are campaigning against that change, and we think together with Open Forum Europe, we think that Article 13 needs to be fundamentally rethought in order to reflect the realities of software development and essentially be deleted, because probably there's no way to rethought it and to rethink it in a way that it encompasses all the possible media online. So yes, and I will give to Diana now.
Thank you, Polina. Now, one of the problems that we face here is that usually policymakers don't know how software development works. Most of them, there are of course exceptions. And there are also the software developers who are so focused on their business development that they don't necessarily follow the policy process, policy making new legislation. This is why we teamed up to put in place this Safe Code Share initiative. So if you go on www.safecodeshare.eu, you will find the research paper that we drafted, and actually we have also printed a few copies which are placed there on the table. Please feel free to take one. We did this because we wanted to provide software developers and communities with the legislative understanding of the issues they are facing and we are facing, and we wanted to provide evidence why Article 13 is a bad idea. Based on the paper, we have also drafted an open letter that is now, since this morning, published on the website. So you can actually log in now and sign the open letter. The plan is to send this open letter to the LIBE committee, to the jury committee, and to the council members. A few statistics of what happened since we launched the white research paper. So we launched it on the 8th of September up to the 20th of September when we sent the presentation. We had more than 1,200 visits, unique visits, almost 400 downloads of the white paper, and already more than 100 people registered to receive more information, which is now possible to directly sign the open letter. So the thing is that we launched the open letter here at CopyCamp today because here we are among friends. This is a very strong community and we need to create critical mass. What is important for the policymakers, as also Julia Reda was saying, is to make it heard, to bridge the gap between the community and the policymakers. And for this, we are actually counting on you as well. It would be very helpful to first sign the letter. As I said, you can do it even now, but also to maybe blog about it locally, tweet about it using the hashtag #SafeCodeShare, and make a lot of noise before December and before it's too late. If you have any questions, here are our contact details. Thank you.